Can I talk my?
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakland way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes. Big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. But I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne. I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5 and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's facts. I wanna be a so I start. I like so I went on and start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Bisons of Honolulu taking on the New Orleans Saints. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
When you look at this defense,
this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
The Saints at 9 and 4 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play real quick.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Off the play fake, Hayner.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Haener. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Jones. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And you look at the Saints defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Throw left side, he's got Tillman. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. Haener will throw on 1st down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5. Haener sets to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's Haener looking to throw it. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
We're scoreless after 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Haener. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing. Haener. Open man, that's Tillman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Haener looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Jones on first down. Dancing to his left. And
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Hayner here to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Second and 10.
Back to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Let's go. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Second down throw from Hayner. This one downfield for Tillman. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Paulson and Debo.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On second down, here's Hayner.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Again, Kamara, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the
touchdown. Chris Olave
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Saints use the short field to get in for 6.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Tucker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Why shift the crew? Come right, Pacino. Come right.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Hayner.
Flush to his right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw is Hayner.
Flushed out right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
In motion right, Olave. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Hayner drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. On the option left, it's Jones. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt. 81 yards. And the Bisons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd down. Hayner. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Here's Hayner. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
A give to Kamara running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here comes 2nd down. Hayner looking to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Now 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Kamara.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Hayner.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Jones. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done. Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded.
I'm picking the limit, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now. The clear this ain't gold, look around where we roam